Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so this is not a hello, hello, hello type video. We're going to be. I'm drinking water instead of Coca-Cola. Look at me doing good things. Okay. Recently, there's been a slew. We'll go ahead and call it a slew. Good word, isn't it? Slew. Lately, there's been a slew of people with alopecia coming through the woodwork. And one of the people that did a video inspired me to do a video. And her name is Alexandria Ryan. And I will put her down below. She's hilarious. She's a blast. She's getting married soon. She's talked several times about her thinning hair. And I was thinking to myself, girl, whatever you are talking about, I need it because I have thinning hair. Did not know that she has alopecia, which is part of a larger problem, an autoimmune disorder. So my alopecia, and yes, I do have the same thing. Mine is a part of my connective tissue disorder, Ehlers-Danlos. We're going to talk, don't you worry, we'll talk about my medical stuff as soon as I get more comfortable with my audience I'll figure it out. So, oh, by the way, I'm not crazy about this look. I'm going to try it again, but it is still, I'm working out of this. Beauty Killer 2. I just used these two and this one down below, along with that Give Blue Metallic Liner. Okay, so mine is part of my Ehlers-Danlos and my celiac disease and and fibromyalgia. All of my stuff is under this big umbrella, Ehlers-Danlos. However, I was sick. I've been sick several times in my life where the amount of hair that I felt like I was losing, I was already thin, and then to lose any hair at all, I didn't have enough to lose, but I was losing hair. And when I did lose hair, my scalp would itch, and I would always have these like open sores. I get them all the time still, even now. But as you can see, we have large groups of hair that just aren't there. And it is not easy as a woman to lose your hair. I should not dye my hair, but if I do not, you can see my bald spots so bad. I do this comb over, thank you to my beautician, so that it does not look so bare, and I've actually got more hair than I have had in years and years. I think it also has to do with getting off of all those drugs. However, it's a constant thing that I worry about. So like I'll hang out with a group of people or something, and invariably through the night I will be like, can you see my bald spot? You sure you can't see my bald spot? Like what if I put my hair like that? And they're like, nobody can see your damn bald spot. But I can, and I notice it, and it drives me nuts. And I don't like to drive me nuts. So, anywho, I've had this problem a long time. I think the first time that it was told to me that I was thinning, I was 17, and I was on thyroid medication, which can also cause hair loss. But mostly I've had a couple of times in my life where it's been horrifically bad, and usually that is within a period where my doctor calls it an autoimmune storm. So, like, I will be exhausted, feel like I can't walk across a room, I can't work, I have to pull myself out of, it's like getting out of bed at that point feels like I'm dragging a whole house full of bricks. That's how it feels to try to get out of bed. And I get these sores on my head, hair was coming out. So I was frustrated, and I'll show a picture coming up. I was frustrated. I hadn't eaten in 6 months. I had been to so many specialists, and everybody just kept passing me to the next person. I literally yelled at my rheumatologist for a long time because she was like, I think you're just experiencing fibromyalgia. And I said, listen, I might have fibromyalgia, but this is bigger than that, and I'm starving to death. So could you, like, help? Yeah, turns out there really was something to find. Kind of makes me want to go back to every single damn doctor who was like, it's all in your head. Is it now? Is it? No. No, it's not. It's really not. Not at all. I forgot my nose ring. Oh, I just remembered I didn't have it on for the last video. This is one that you don't have to get your nose pierced for. I'm all about that, but it stays in. It's super cool. Don't ever pierce your nose right there, because you can just get one off a sheen. I'm just saying. Anywho, yeah, so I would like to go back sometimes and just smack them all in the face, like line them up in a row. Every single doctor who passed me off to some other person because they did not want to deal with diagnosis or whatever it was that they didn't want to deal with. I was angry and hurt. And so I shaved my head. And after I shaved my head, I was accused by certain members of my family that I was trying to fake cancer. It's like, that's hilarious. Never said the word cancer. I said I'm miserable, I can't eat, and my hair's falling out. I'm also exhausted. None of those symptoms have to do with, oh, well, I wasn't talking about that then. No, I wasn't. And people would ask, do you have cancer? No, I don't. I was just losing my hair, so I shaved it off. So that irritated the snot out of me. It was from a divorced family. Ugh. And it was just like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm already so freaking miserable, and you're gonna make it worse? Anywho. So yeah, that's me as a bald person. And so I guess I want to speak to the issue. Everybody on earth has already given their opinion about Will Smith and Chris Rock. And then there's like a whole slew again. There's a whole slew of people who don't want to hear anything about it anymore. They're just like, yeah, fuck you guys and all of your slews. Anyway, while I appreciate sensitivity as far as autoimmune disorders are concerned, because nobody gives a rat's butt about people with autoimmune conditions. I'm just saying. Everybody's like, but it's not cancer? Okay then. It's so weird. People are so weird. They're like, oh, you don't look like you're having a hard time. I'm glad my makeup covered up all that shit. Wow, I must be good at this shit. Anywho, ignorance is huge when it comes to these kind of things because people don't believe what they can't see. If I have a broken leg and I go into the doctor and ask for pain medicine, they're like, "Here you go." But if I go into the doctor with my condition, which is supposedly really painful, as painful as well, it's like dislocating your whole body, all the joints in your body, day after day after day after day for your whole life. Oh, plus arthritis. And my stomach shut down too, so there's that. But it's like if they can't see the illness, then they're like they have no sympathy toward it, and they refuse to understand it. And you're not tired, you're lazy. Blows my mind. Anyway, while I appreciate the conversation that everybody is having, sparked by the Will Smith slap that was heard around the world, I would have laughed my ass off, and I have been bald. I'd have been like, G.I. Jane, that's my girl. Wouldn't that have been a class act on Jada's part? We're not going to victim blame here. Not sure that she's a victim, but we're not going to do that. I'm just saying, wouldn't that have been a cool response? She's like, hell yeah, love me some G.I. Jane. What up, Demi? I mean, is that so hard? So anyway, she rolls her eyes, and Will, who laughed at first, goes up and ASSULTED somebody. And that is just bizarre. Seems like he might be having some sort of midlife thing, right? Does it not? Does it not seem like an unhinged human being? I'm just saying. From my perspective, I've been bald. I was bald for, I don't know, 6 months, something like that. I'm not good with anything when it comes to time during that period because I really was having a hard time doing day-to-day activity. And it would be several years down the road before I got my diagnosis. But now that I know what I've got, it doesn't torment me the way it used to. It's like, that's just pain that you're gonna have to get through. It's part of your condition. Keep moving forward. Whereas in the past, I would feel all those pains and be like, God, I know I'm dying. Like, this is not normal. Like, people aren't supposed to feel this way. Which is a whole separate, thing. I would have laughed at the G.I. Jane joke had I been bald at the moment, I think. And then another part of me thinks, well, maybe not. I've been insulted before about my hair. I have been asked by people why I wear do-rags or whatever. Oh, it's because, I'm losing my hair. And people are like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. That's the reason. I put it on there so that you could not see all the hair that I've lost. And because I've been on some really good medication in the last, 3 years. I think it's been 3 years now. I've been on such good medication that my hair has grown a little bit. I would really love to see some growth in this area. And actually, I was watching Dustin Daly, who was talking about a product called Hairy AF. And I want to know if anybody in the comments has heard of this. Does it work? I don't know Dustin Daly. I've seen a lot of his videos, but I'm like, I don't know, should I believe him when it comes to this hair thing? Because I take my hair real serious. I take it real serious. So, I've tried things like, I tried Rogaine for a long time. That didn't do squat. I tried um, Nexium or Nexa. There's some kind of really expensive brand that they always steer you toward in the beauty parlor. And I used to buy that crap. It's like $30 a bottle or something like that. So anyway, I would love to see hair growth there. I would love to be able to grow my hair out and not feel bald. I feel like I don't want anybody punching anybody on my behalf. Um, as a person with alopecia, I can say, you don't have to stand up for me like that. I mean, it's cool. My friends would say something like, yeah, dude, she's like really losing her hair, so back off. Um, I feel like his words could have been epic. Um, she could have said some epic things like, dude, don't. I got this alopecia. I don't know what could have happened, but I do know that was the world's worst response. And I do kind of think maybe old boy's just going through um he's just going through a midlife crisis thing. It happens to a lot of people. It's okay. It's just, he happens to be extremely front page news.